welcome to Eye on Paulsboro. This show is sort of just a special in a number of ways. We've got a number of interviews that surrounded the formal grand opening of the Paulsboro Marine Terminal, which happened last week on a very windy day. But the big ship provided a little bit of block of the wind. Fred and Amy are there with cameras. We're able to get a number of interviews of the key people involved in this, which we think you'll enjoy. So we're going to go to those interviews and that footage, maybe a little bit of surprise at the end. Irma's in Florida, so there won't be any community notes on this show. She'll be back for the next show. So let's go now to the grand opening of the Paulsboro Marine Terminal. Long awaited, long anticipated, finally coming to life.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
This took at least 15 to 17 years worth of work. I want to thank BP for being a wonderful corporate partner on this project. It couldn't have happened without them. We had our struggles, we had our fights. As John said, there's some legendary meetings that we won't talk about. Some people winding up breaking their noses, not by me, but we've had some really interesting meetings and interesting times. But to think about what we've created here today, and when I say we, between the freeholders, the South Jersey Port Corporation, the legislature, Governors Corzine and Christie, for their continued financial support, because between this wharf that we're on and that bridge, you're talking $200 million of investment, with more coming to establish a second and third wharf. You know, it's hard to believe that this day is finally here, that the ship is here, but this is what we dreamed about, giving Paulsboro a tool to recreate itself. Paulsboro is a wonderful community that just needed a little bit of help.
It's just such a wonderful thing and such a wonderful project, not only for the borough of Paulsboro, the county of Gloucester, the state of New Jersey, but this entire region. John touched on it a little bit earlier, and John's pretty modest, as well as my dear friend, the Senate President. When he says this job couldn't have been undertaken without the push of Steve Sweeney and also John Berchicelli, this never would have happened. It's our pleasure as the county of Gloucester to have a hand in this, to bring economic vitality back to my hometown. You might move away, but it's always going to be your hometown. My friends on the council know it. They dedicated themselves towards this project throughout. John did mention that I lived right over there, and I looked at BP tanks, and when we were kids we used to throw rocks off of the side of the tanks, but to see how this came full circle from a vital terminal to the state of repair that it got into to what it has turned into today. And this is going to be an economic generator for this whole tri-state area, and we couldn't be happier.
Senate President touched on just the involvement and what it took to construct this and what the next phase may be like. To give you an idea, between the overpass and the wharf you're standing on and the infrastructure work that's been done, it is calculated at just over 700 jobs created during that process in a payroll that likely exceeded $25 million. That's a lot of households. That's a lot of birthdays. That's a lot of Christmas. That's a lot of Hanukkah. That's a lot of underpinning of households, and that's the theme of what this port is. Jobs to build it, jobs to sustain it. And that's why it's a good investment on the part of the people of New Jersey to do these sorts of things, to unlock this property for what really opens up this region to the world, this water highway that sits next to us. This is a very good day. Please welcome the Executive Director of the South Jersey Port Corporation, Kevin Castanola.
We want to welcome you to the new Port of Paulsboro, the Paulsboro Marine Terminal. You're here to witness the first vessel alongside, working. We have 2 cranes, we have men, and that's what this is all about, jobs. It was between us and our partners to make this happen. Gloucester County, the Borough of Paulsboro, and of course BP for all their cooperation and help along the way, as you already heard previously. This is not an easy project. There was a lot of challenges along the way. A lot of regulatory agencies, both state and federal, we had to work with, and with their cooperation and understanding, and those 2 behind us, what you're sitting here today is the fruits of their labor. So I applaud you both, Senate President Sweeney and Assemblyman Berticelli, because without you, we wouldn't all be sitting here celebrating this first vessel alongside. So thank you. In addition, we work closely with the Borough of Paulsboro. Mayor Gary Stevenson and the council, you guys have been great. We worked hard, we try to listen, we try to work with you, and this is just the beginning of creating what we all envisioned for the jobs for the residents of Paulsboro and the Gloucester County residents. So thank you, Mayor.
So as we sit here today, one of the common themes that I've been listening to is about jobs. And I can tell you that the 1,100 jobs that NLMK USA has in Western Pennsylvania and Northwest Indiana relies upon an efficient supply chain, one that starts with a vital raw material that sits inside this ship that's beside us right now in the form of steel slabs. So we take these steel slabs to our plants in the United States, and our 1,100 American workers make American steel. So we're very excited to be here. Thanks to everybody for all your hard work, all your many hours. And we're excited to partner with the state of New Jersey, the port workers, and the Holt family. Thank you very much.
This is the first of many ships. And it is not just about steel slabs. This is, if you want to use that metaphor, it is a magnet for other cargoes. We have another customer who wants to come in. We hope to be announcing them in the next few months. NLMK themselves take these slabs and turn them into American products using American ingenuity in American plants in Pennsylvania and Indiana. And what's come from that is the ability for them to ship back from those places to this river onto our terminals steel coils, a downstream product which we put into barges and is moving. So you start to see how this virtuous cycle populates not just a cargo, it's not just sales, but jobs all the way along the way. This is not our project, it's your project. This is not our terminal, it's Paulsboro's terminal. And it is the first one in half a century. And it's open for business. Thank you very, very much.
I truly believe, and I have often mentioned this in other communities in which I work and remediate, that this is a model that could be emulated elsewhere in the country. And I tell people, Google Paulsboro, see what's happened here. It can be done. It really can. So we're delighted, and I truly, personally am delighted to see this port become a new center of commerce and an important economic generator for the region.
Today we start with a single ship, and there will be more. And with those ships come buildings and warehouses. And with those ships comes the hopes and dreams of Paulsboro and its residents. Hopes in that it will boost the borough to great economic heights that we haven't seen for many, many years. Hopes in that the prosperity allows this governing body to begin to tear down the old homes and the old buildings and start to help us build up the Route 295 development, help us with the Plaza development, bring economic security to our town once again.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, We at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
We hope you're enjoying the footage of this recognition of the opening of the Paulsboro Marine Terminal. Very, very important step. We've done many shows about this. Today, the most important one because S-Ship is actually at dock. With me now is the Senate President, Steve Sweeney. Of course, he's our neighbor. And I've said it publicly. I say it as we open this interview. You know, with all the ideas, which are wonderful, without Steve Sweeney, this doesn't happen. I watched all of it. I was there for all of it. And I can tell you as I'm looking directly at you, without Steve Sweeney, there's no overpass, there is no port. So Steve, this is a big deal, and it's a real one of the various legacy projects I think you'll long be remembered for.
We'll be remembered for. This was a partnership, John, and you and I were from day. Remember when the first day we said, what do you think we should do with that property?
I do.
And we both were like geniuses.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a port. But where are you going to come up with $200 million? You know, and we got people to believe in a dream and put it on paper and made it a reality. And this is something for me and you that we and everyone else that's involved should be so damn proud of. You know, this is the beginning. You know, this really is the beginning. I mean, we were working on this for almost 20 years, but this is the beginning. There's men and women here working, physically working on the site now. The first berth is here. There's going to be 2 more. You know, when you look at this berth, you think how long it is. There'll be another $200 million worth of construction here, which will create, you know, hundreds of construction jobs. But then it's going to create the 1,000 jobs that we always spoke about. So as far as like feeling good about something, today is as good a day as I've ever felt in elected office because we made a difference. We made a difference. People are going to have jobs. They can support their families. It's something we should be proud of.
And Steve, again, I say it to you, I've said it to you repeatedly, a great deal of gratitude to you because for all of you watching, I was there, had a ringside seat. Without Steve Sweeney, this doesn't happen. With me now is Leo Holt, of course, of the Holt family, who is the operator here at the port. And the Holt family is of high reputation and long-standing reputation of work on this river. And it is their operation that has brought these jobs here and will continue to drive this port development. Leo, one of the brothers, but Leo, first of all, welcome. You're not a stranger to this show. You've been on other occasions, but pretty good day today.
It's a wonderful day today. And this is a celebration. This is an American celebration about American jobs, American ingenuity, and American stick-to-itiveness, where people who had something that they thought would never open again are able to take credit and be proudful of the opportunities that are here for American families.
And it ripples through this region, and as I look around, you've got 2 massive cranes here. The family's got a big investment here.
Yeah, so far, just today, we've got over $12 million of rolling stock here, and we have more cranes on order in Germany being built. So it's a very exciting time for us as a family, and it's very exciting for the region because this tide is lifting the boats around the region. It's spurring other people to invest in New Jersey. It's spurring other people to invest in Delaware and Pennsylvania. It is a regional economy and a regional port. But today, the story is all about Paulsboro.
Leo, and you know, you speak about region. Of course, it is about Paulsboro because it just provides a great opportunity for this town as it reinvents itself, for its neighborhoods with the workforce housing stock. But now that the wharf is in place, the ship has arrived, it has to make it easier for you to sell this for potential other customers because now they can see it.
Well, we have another customer that we can't announce yet that's already looking to sign up for a very similar cargo because they see the mousetrap that's been built here, and it is by far the best on the east coast of the United States for what they do. I'm sorry to tell you, and happy to tell you at the same time, that the first train is already gone. So you don't have a photo of it because we loaded it so fast yesterday. It's on its way, chugging across Pennsylvania into the furnace for NLMK, the people that are here today. Also very proud of the American story that they have in the steelmaking business.
Wonderful all the way around. We got to visit with Leo Holt. You'll be seeing him from time to time and other members of the Holt family as the support makes its way into really a part of this community at large and the region at large. We're certainly happy that they're here. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. I'm here on the wharf with Patricia Gallery. Of course, she spoke at the ceremony, represents BP, a portfolio manager, and has a lot of sites around this country that are being remediated. A very complicated business, by the way. But Patricia's been with us since the beginning as this worked from concept into fruition and allowing the ground to transition into this kind of development. So first of all, Patricia, welcome back to Paulsboro. It's been a while since you've been here. Yeah. There was no wharf last time you were here.
No, there wasn't. There was an old decrepit pier of some sort, and it has, I cannot believe the transformation. It's been about 7.5 years since I've been back here. And it's just amazing transformation. I just think it's a fantastic example of private industry and state and local officials finding a vision together and finishing it. So
from a standpoint, you know, BP obviously a very, very large global corporation. I was always impressed, and you know, as this program unfolds today, of how such a big company could have such a personal touch, and the people you had here through this process really became part of the community, and you could feel that as it unfolded.
You know, John, I couldn't agree with you more. We had, over the last, 17 years, we've really had 2 project managers that have been at the site, you know, Steve Pazzi and Sasha Yazish, and they have become members of the community. They've spent, you know, a greater part of their time. You know, Sasha was here 5 years, spent, you know, 3 weeks out of 4 here. So yeah, that's what it takes, is the commitment of each side, you know, your side, our side, to make it happen.
And in a case, again, with the corporation being so large, how's this viewed by BP? I mean, this is a lot of acreage, it's waterfront, and today it docked its first ship.
Well, you know, it's a fantastic project, and we entered our project. Each year, BP has an internal, if you will, a competition around projects and that represent our values. And we entered this project in, and we were a finalist out of 1,400 different applications. We were a finalist, one of 15, and we almost won. So, really proud.
Well, the people of Paulsboro have really won, Patricia, and BP is a very big part of this. And I say this not because she's standing next to me, but this doesn't happen without a lot of cooperation, a lot of people, but it really doesn't happen if the ground isn't available. And for BP to engage the way they did, because remember, the remediation continues, the environment is better, and there are jobs here again. So a real accomplishment by a lot of people, but a big thank you to the large family of BP, because without the ground, it doesn't happen. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.
You'll come
John.
back soon.
I will.
Very good. We continue wharfside here, and now we have a great honor to be with the president of NLMK. They are the first tenant here at this port. Bob Miller is the president of the American operation. So, Bob, first of all, welcome. And what does your company do? I see big slabs of steel. Tell us about what happens.
Well, we're a steel manufacturing company that re-rolls these slabs into finished product. So we make carbon sheet coils, hot rolled and cold rolled coils, in our plant in western Pennsylvania and in northwestern Indiana.
So these very heavy pieces of steel, they'll go by rail, they leave here, and on they go. And how often will a ship come? I mean, how much product can you bring?
We're bringing in on a yearly basis right now about 1.5 to 1.7 million tons, which will soon grow to over 2 million tons a year. And on a monthly basis, we'll be shipping about 150,000 tons over to the Pennsylvania plant and about 30,000 tons to the plant in Indiana.
With a facility like this, with the rail, the rail loop that's put in, does this efficiency help you? Would allow you to work better? I mean, that's obviously a very basic question, but how do you view having this kind of facility now at your access?
Well, managing the raw materials, especially when you're sourcing raw materials from global suppliers, it's very critical to being efficient in your operations. So this new facility here will be, it'll add to the overall efficiency on us being able to ship our raw material, get it offloaded off the vessels, and then working closely with the railroads to get those railroad cars moving to our plants. So now, it's critical for us.
I realize it's very early, but the physical side of this plant, the design of the wharf, does it meet your expectations? I know you were involved, not so much from the design standpoint, but working with Holt of saying what you needed. Has it come to fruition as you would hope it would?
I'll tell you what, it's beautiful. It started about 2 years ago. Several people had a vision or a dream, and now we're starting to see the dream become reality. So the way it turned out is beautiful, but this is just one berth right here, and you can see our first vessel's here, and it takes up almost the whole area. So we're excited to start talking about the continued growth plans of the port as well.
Real important to all of us, by the way. We appreciate you, appreciate this business, and the fact that this port will help feed others and more jobs. It's a good thing all the way around.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We enjoyed that visit very much to the first tenant of the Paulsboro Port. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Skin Friends, a comfort store offering natural and organic products. We are your home for aromatherapy, boasting a huge collection of essential oils, burning oils, body and massage oils, hand-dipped incense, and exotic liqueurs. Looking for body butters? Come see our handsome butter bar stocked with mango, aloe vera, and shea butters. Skin Friends features black seed oil and moringa products. We carry natural topical pain-relieving ointments and over 40 types of natural soaps. Tucked away in the Gibbstown Shopping Plaza off Exit 17 on 295 in New Jersey, Skin Friends has hand-picked products you can count on.
Welcome back. We're having a really good time here as the Paulsboro Port formally opens. First ship is tied up at dock. Cargo has been unloaded and more to be unloaded. With me now is the Mayor of Paulsboro, Gary Stevenson, as well as Councilman Larry Haynes. We wanted to visit not only with the Mayor, but with Councilman Larry Haynes, because in the early going of the planning, Gary hadn't joined us yet on council. Larry Haynes was president of the council. And the Paulsboro governing body was very supportive of this project. And believe me, it wasn't as if it were easy, because the people of Paulsboro had to invest in buying the Dow property, made investments of time and legal fees to get this rolling. So, Larry, I'm going to start with you before we close with the mayor. We had some great times. We were in Cleveland, we were in Maryland, we were in a lot of places talking to people about putting this together.
Yeah, I remember that, John. It seems like a long time ago, but here we are today, and look at this. What an event. Those early stages, meeting with BP and everything, and trying to get things underway. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort, but I'm glad to see that where we're at today.
It also took a degree of faith too, because we were struggling as a town. There's always a struggle for money, and investments had to be made. There was a leap of faith on the part of the governing body to say, let's take a run at this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It was an unforeseen thing at that time. It was new. We got together, put everybody's heads together. We had to sell it to the community for one thing, and everybody was on board. And it seemed like it took a long time, but we're there.
Yeah, we're well on our way. Gary, so now you sit as mayor, and you've been around this for a while. Of course, you're Paulsboro lifelong. This is a big day.
This is a big day for Paulsboro. That ship we're looking at right here is a ship of dreams and hopes, John. It's dreams that it's finally come true for the borough, the reach of prosperity, hopes and dreams for our residents, for jobs, local businesses. It brings so much to our town. Finally, the dreams come true.
Yeah, and again, it's just the beginning, because hopefully soon we'll be in a position to announce that the additional wharfage will be built, because, as Leo Holt has said, they need the capacity to dock more ships simultaneously, and that's where the big jobs are going to come from. This is just the start.
That's it, John. Hopefully as the port gets developed, we see some other companies invest in it, start warehousing and things like that, and that opens up more job opportunities for the residents.
It's the whole idea. Visiting with Mayor Stevenson and Councilman Larry Haynes, and as I mentioned, to remind everybody, Larry was council president when this adventure started, and I tell you, the support was there by everyone, and today it begins to pay off. We'll be right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have, or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
We hope you enjoyed the highlights and interviews surrounding the opening of the port. This whole project holds great promise, as all the interviews relayed. A little bit of bonus footage. The large cranes that you see from a distance, multi-million-dollar cranes, they had to be floated down by barge. Fascinating process, by the way, because in order to keep the barge level, because the crane's very heavy, there was a sophisticated arrangement of pumps, and they would move water from one compartment of the barge to the other in order to keep the barge level. So the cranes, there were two cranes, could be safely unloaded from the barge onto the wharf. Really fascinating to watch. Big investment on the part of the Holt family, and you take these things for granted. You just don't go around a corner and buy a crane. So we hope you've enjoyed this footage, and there's more to come from the port as time passes. And without Irma here, I'm just going to say, see you on Broad Street. And for Fred behind the camera, for Bill Crane, our producer, who couldn't be with us, for Amy Cook, till next time.